We are living through the greatest technological revolution in human history. AI is writing our emails, diagnosing disease, predicting the weather. It feels like magic, but this magic has a price. Behind every AI chatbot, every prompt you type, sits a warehouse the size of a football field, packed floor to ceiling with servers, humming, heating, and drinking energy. Did you know that to ask ChatGTP a question requires 10 times more energy than asking a search engine like Google? In 2025 alone, global data centers consumed 448 terawatt hours of electricity. That's roughly enough to power tens of millions of homes for a year. If data centers were a country, they'd rank 10th in the world for electricity consumption. That's above Spain, above Saudi Arabia, and that's just today. By 2030, the projection is 945 terawatt hours, nearly triple the combined electricity use of Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nigeria combined. But electricity is only half the story. These machines run hot, dangerously hot, so they're cooled with water. Billions and billions of liters of water, pumped in, heated up, evaporated into thin air. The United Nations University Institute for Water, Environment and Health has done the maths. By 2030, AI data centers are projected to consume 9.3 trillion liters of water. That's enough to meet the minimum annual domestic water needs of 1.3 billion people in sub-Saharan Africa for an entire year. While some of the world's most vulnerable populations fight for a single glass of clean water, the servers powering your AI assistant are quietly gulping it down. And then it gets worse. A new study, still being peer-reviewed, has found that data centers don't just consume heat, they create it. Researchers discovered that land surface temperatures rise by 2 degrees Celsius on average after a data center begins operations, and extreme cases, 9 degrees. This effect, what scientists are calling the data heat island, extends nearly 10 kilometers in every direction. Over 340 million people are already living inside one. A BBC report last year highlighted how data centers have disrupted water supplies for residents living nearby. In Georgia, residents complained of drying wells and excess sediments due to a Meta data center around 350 meters away. And then there's U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. A few days ago at a congressional hearing, she came with 2 jars filled with brown water.
I have a jar right here. This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the Meta data center was constructed, the only difference between the clean water and this was that data center. I have another one as well. So this wasn't just one well. These wasn't just one family's situation. This is what the drinking water now looks like.
A Gallup survey recently found that 71% of Americans oppose building AI data centers in their neighborhood. And what would they rather have? A nuclear power plant. AI data centers are already responsible for producing 208 million tons of carbon dioxide per year. This is equivalent to the entire carbon output of Argentina. The manufacture of their servers strips rare earth metals from the earth. Their waste fills landfills with thousands of tons of electronics. And training a single large AI language model produces between 200 and 300 tons of carbon dioxide, the equivalent of 125 round-trip flights from New York to Beijing. And that brings us to a bigger question. Artificial intelligence may be transforming the world, but what is the world paying in return? Can humanity build intelligence without exhausting the resources that sustain it? Google says yes. It has promised to return more water than it consumes, but it may take time. In the meantime, when AI answers a question in seconds, remember this: the response may be digital, but the cost is not.